Hello everyone, I am popping on here to do day 3 of the Love Dare Challenge for your marriage or your relationship. I apologize I didn't get on here yesterday. It was too late for me to do the video because then you couldn't apply it to your day. So I'm trying to get better about being on here so you can do it for the whole day. You can do the challenge for the day. So day 3 is going to be love is not selfish. Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Give preference to one another in honor. Romans 12:10. We live in a world that is enamored with self. Ain't that the truth? The culture around us teaches us to focus on our appearance, our feelings, and personal desires as our top priority. The goal, it seems, is to chase the highest level of happiness possible. The danger from this kind of thinking, however, becomes painfully apparent once inside a marriage relationship, or just a relationship. If there were ever a word that basically means the opposite of love, it is selfishness. Unfortunately, it is something that is ingrained into every person from birth. You can see it in the way young children act, and often in the way adults mistreat one another. Almost every sinful action ever committed can be traced back to selfish motive. It is a trait we hate in other people but justify in ourselves. Whew, that's the truth. Isn't that the truth? I'm going to say that again. It is a trait we hate in other people, but we justify in ourselves. Help us, Holy Spirit. Yet you cannot point out the many ways your spouse is selfish without admitting that you can be selfish too. That would be hypocritical. Why do we have such low standards for ourselves, but high expectations for our mate? The answer is a painful pill to swallow. It's because we are all selfish. When a husband puts his interests, his desires, and priorities in front of his wife's, that's a sign of selfishness. When a wife constantly complains about the time and energy she spends meeting the needs of her husband, that's a sign of selfishness. But love does not seek its own. 1 Corinthians 13:5. Loving couples, the ones who are enjoying the full purpose of marriage, are bent on taking good care of the other flawed human they get to share life with. That's because true love looks for ways to say yes. Whew, Jesus. One ironic aspect of selfishness is that even generous actions can be selfish if the motive is to gain bragging rights or receive a reward. If you do even a good thing to deceitfully manipulate your husband or wife, you're still being selfish. The bottom line is that you either make decisions out of love for others or love for yourself. Now, I think that's going to be a key right there, is what is the motive of your heart towards that person, towards your spouse? Is it going to benefit you or is it going to benefit them? Most of the time, I think if we're honest, it benefits us. So we got to work on that. Love is never satisfied except in the welfare of others. You can't be acting out of real love and selfishness at the same time. Choosing to love your mate will cause you to say no to what you want so you can say yes to what they need. That's putting the happiness of your partner above your own. It doesn't mean you can never experience happiness, but you don't negate the happiness of your spouse so you can enjoy it yourself. Love also leads to inner joy. When you prioritize the well-being of your mate, there's a resulting fulfillment that cannot be duplicated by selfish actions. This is a benefit that God created and reserves for those who genuinely demonstrate love. The truth is, when you relinquish your rights for the sake of your mate, you get a chance to lose yourself to the greater purpose of marriage. Nobody knows you as well as your spouse. And that means no one will be quicker to recognize a change when you deliberately start sacrificing your wants and wishes to make sure his or her needs are met. If you find it hard to sacrifice your own desires to benefit your spouse, then you may have a deeper problem with selfishness than you want to admit. Ask yourself these questions. Do I truly want what's best for my husband or wife? Do I want them to feel loved by me? Do they believe I have their best interest in mind? And do they see me as looking out for myself first? Whether you like it or not, you have a reputation in the eyes of those around you, especially in the eyes of your spouse. But is it a loving reputation? Remember, your marriage partner also has the challenge of loving a selfish person. That's us. So determine to be the first to demonstrate real love to them, with your eyes wide open, and when all is said and done, you'll both be more fulfilled. Do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind, regard one another as more important than yourselves. Philippians 2:3. These are great scriptures. And then the Love Dare challenge for your day is this. Whatever you put your time, energy, and money into will become more important to you. It's hard to care for something you are not investing in, along with restraining from negative comments. Buy your spouse something that says, I was thinking of you today. Check here when you've completed today's dare, and then it says, what did you choose to give your spouse? What happened when you gave it? So now you're going to apply what we're speaking about to, and you're going to put it into action today, and you're going to buy something. It doesn't have to be something expensive. It can be something that just shows them you're thinking of them, that you love them and you're thinking of them, and you're thinking of them over yourself. So go out today. I encourage you to put this into action. This is never going to work if we don't actually stick to what the plan is. And that is, and I love how they're doing this on here, how they're continually adding from day 1 to day 3. So we're still going to not speak negatively. We're practicing this together. We're not going to speak negatively. We're also going to, and we can always do something kind for our spouse. That's just a given. Anything. There's so many acts of kindness. Matter of fact, the other day I was eating at the taco truck, and they had these nice sayings on the bags of chips. It says, be kind. And then it would say why, or they would say an act of kindness. So it would say, be kind to someone today. Make someone smile. Matter of fact, I might even post those later. Those are the cutest bags of chips. And then it would say, be kind to someone today. Call an old friend and encourage them. Or be kind today. Bless someone, however you want to do it. Give someone a compliment, I think was the other one. I don't remember. Something like that. But anyways, it was just kind gestures of kindness. And it's something that we need to always be mindful of. We're good at doing it for other people, but the reality of it is we're not always good at doing it to those that are closest to us. We're not always good at doing it towards our spouse. We're not always good at doing it towards our children. We're not always good at doing it towards those that are closest to us. But that's really where the heart should be. It should start in the home. It should start with how we treat those that are closest to us. I was telling my sister the other day during a Bible study, one-on-one teaching, but then we had like a little group together, and I was saying to the group, I said, we really have to behave at home. It starts in the home. If we can't get it together in the home first, and we can't show love there where it's the most difficult to, by the people that are around us the most, then we'll never get it. And the other thing I was saying is, if we really want to know what we need to work on in our lives, then we probably need to ask those that are closest to us, that spend the most time with us, like your children and your spouse. You need to go to them and think about it. If you really want to find out what you need to work on, just go to each one of them individually and say, hey, if you had to write down things about me and how I act, or my character, or whatever it is that you think about me that I need to work on and what I'm good at, you could ask them to write that out and tell you the truth, because then you know if your children or your spouse are telling you it's true, then you probably need to work on it. And they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to be the most honest people to you. Sometimes your friends don't even want to be honest unless you got really good, true friends. And then hopefully you do. And I know I do. But your friends aren't afraid to tell you the truth either if they're your true friends. Their honesty is the best policy always, even if we don't like what they're going to say. But it's the best way to look at what you need to work on and get better at it. And it's also the best way to, to really reevaluate yourself. You can do it to yourself, but the people that are closest to you are going to be able to do it better for you than you could, because they see your flaws. We're all flawed, but you know what? We're all working to get there, to show love more than anyone else is, but we're doing it it's got to start in our home. And so that's why I think the Lord laid this on my heart, even, to begin to work on those things with the people that are closest to us. So I bless you today. I pray you're having an amazing day. I pray that if you're doing this challenge to love better, that you are really putting it into action. We can speak on it all we want to. We can say, this is going to work, this is going to be great. But if we don't apply it, come on, it's not really going to work. It's not going to do us any good. So I pray today that you put it into action. Even with me, I'm struggling to do it, but I know that every day I'm going to get better at it. And when I really work on applying it, it does work. We just have to do it. So God bless you. God bless your marriages. God bless your relationships. God bless your homes. I pray that you have an awesome day today, and that you really do take the time to do what this is saying. Buy something kind, something that shows your spouse that you're thinking of them. It has to be something more personal. This is not just, I guess, a gift of kindness. It's going to be a kind gesture, but it's a little deeper. It's more personal. It's something that shows them that you were putting them above you, that you were thinking about them. So God bless you. And again, testimonies. I'm looking for testimonies, and answer the questions. What did you give to your spouse? I want to know what you're giving. I want to know those things. What happened when you gave it? Just give us some testimonies so we can share. And thank you for those that have already done that, whether it's been privately or open. Thank you, because people need to hear this. Because everybody, whether they want to like my videos or not, I don't care. But you know what? There are people that are doing it out there that actually could share and don't want everyone to know, oh my God, my marriage isn't perfect. My relationship isn't perfect. You know what? We want to hear from you. Let's get raw and real with people. Let's not pretend like we're perfect people that have it all together. This is a season that we need to work on ourselves. And in order to love more, it's not other people you need to point the finger at and work on. It's us. It's us, us, us. So God bless you. Share, and tell me if it's okay if I share what you're doing, or just comment on it, or share these videos with people that might need it. God bless you. Love you. Have an amazing day. I love you all, and I hope to hear from you soon. Till tomorrow. Bye.